greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This can be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take a resonance read, the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, just check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is just a tool. It's not the final rule. It does not have to be in your life. And it's a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. All are welcome on this channel and all contributions are highly appreciated. Be sure to tell a family, friend, or foe, or you know, to come on over and subscribe so they can be present to these spiritual notifications. There is enough space in this place for everyone to be notified. Okay? One second, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, collective, we're starting off with ritual sacrifice and ritual priest, okay? So there could be someone who could be possibly trying to manipulate energy. And when I say manipulate energy, they do not have to be over a cauldron. They do not have to be necessarily part of a group. You know, this person could be an individual who is a high priestess. But either way, there's someone who could be trying to manipulate some kind of energy, trying to manifest or bring something into fruition. Okay, they do not have to be in front of a candle. This could be as simple as using their heka. Okay, there's many different ways people can practice their magic, and so I'm picking up on the energy of someone who could, be into spirituality or some kind of spiritual practice. Okay, they can dabble in both light and dark magic. This person could be someone who could be feeling some kind of envy or jealousy for one reason or another. I'm picking up this could be someone who is related to you, a relative. This could be a sibling. This could be a cousin, an aunt, and uncle. So put it where it resonates. But I'm picking up that clearly this could be a relative. This could be someone who's wishing and hoping to see you in the energy of poverty. Okay. And so maybe you're working on progress in your life. Maybe you receive some kind of favor or blessing that people are aware about. Maybe people are talking or speaking about. This could be a promotion on your job, okay? Excuse me, this could be a new job as well. Maybe you have applied for some kind of position, you've been accepted, okay, to some kind of company, some kind of position. This could also be a work position or a job title that maybe you and this family member could have applied for at the same time, okay? This could be a job that maybe was spoke about, there's good benefits, there's good pay, there's room to grow within the company. Or this could be simply someone close to you or someone that feels like they are family, okay? Like a best friend, someone you went to school with, okay? Who's just in the energy of feeling envious and jealous and wanting to see you in that poverty, lower class mindset. I'm picking up spirit is saying mindset. So they could be trying to, just speaking negatively about you, okay? Or they could be doing some kind of ritual, okay? Trying to dishevel your energy, trying to derail you from your path or your mission. You could also be someone who's being celebrated or talked about in a positive way. And this could be causing, this person to be increasingly more angry and upset because you are progressing in your life, because of this new job or this level of employment. Okay. You could also be someone whom people may have, witnessed you experiencing some kind of financial, economic hardship where you were once, in poverty or once in the energy where you needed help or assistance, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. Everyone has peaks and valleys, highs and lows in their life. And there will come a time, where a person will ask for help. Even wealthy people ask for help from time to time. Okay. But either way, the idea that it is you, that has been accepted, and hired into this company or this job, or the idea that it is you who is progressing in their life, you're turning over a new leaf. You're not who people are used to seeing you as, okay? And even if this is not a job, maybe you've changed some things about yourself, okay? Maybe you've changed the way you dress, the way you carry yourself. Maybe you've had some kind of vices or some kind of addiction that you've been fighting, and maybe you've been very successful. Spirit is saying you've been very successful. This could be quitting smoking, drinking, indulging in any kind of vice or anything you consider to be an addiction, and progressing in one area of your life has led to another. Okay, so maybe if you're someone who don't, um, indulge in drinking, that changes where you choose to hang out. That also changes the kind of people who you choose to allow in your life and places you choose to go. It changes your perception and you're making wiser decisions. You could be someone who's, you're in the energy of being able to save more. You're able, because you have accomplished fighting this addiction, you're able to save money, you're able to have more. And this could be something that is seen as well. It's in your presence, it's in your aura, how you carry yourself, the choices you make. You don't do what you used to do, you don't go where you used to go. And people see this, and rather than applaud it, it is making someone very angry and upset. Because this is someone who could have envied you ever since a small child. I'm getting even sandbox. Maybe when you were, a kid, a minor. Playing in the sandbox at the park. Angry because maybe you had a relay race and you kept winning. Okay, all right, or maybe you played volleyball and maybe you hit the ball higher than they did. Okay, all right, or maybe you were playing baseball and you were able to make it to all four bases. It could be, just about anything. But this person has had a passionate disliking for you ever since a small child. What Spirit is saying for me to convey clearly. One thing, when I am delivering messages, it's not just to simply just project, it's also to help and assist and to let you know that just because someone chooses to spew hate or negative energy towards you doesn't mean that their weapon will prosper against you. So you need to know that and stand in that confidently. Just make sure that you're practicing your spiritual hygiene and you're acknowledging, because you could be aware of this person that is jealous of you. You could be aware of who I am speaking about, that first person that crossed your mind, and you're probably shaking your head. No, that's your intuition, and that's who the person is. That's who I'm speaking of. So Spirit is saying, as long as you are practicing spiritual hygiene and you are making sure that you are being mindful of who you allow in your life, that pretty much whatever this person is doing doesn't mean that it's going to work. Especially if you're someone working towards progress, which means you're raising your vibration, you're making changes in your life that are for the betterment, you're doing positive things, you're not low vibrational, you're not where you used to be. Maybe you were someone who indulged heavy or maybe hung out at places that weren't so favorable, but you no longer do these things. So whatever they're trying to do, whether it's a ritual, some magic, or they're using their heka to try to manipulate energy, either way, it's not going to work. It's not going to prosper. Okay? And so Source wants you to know that. Just because you hear of someone is trying, oh, the little internet kid, oh, poor little tink tink, okay, doesn't mean that they're going to be successful, and we're all being watched and accounted for. It doesn't matter what your belief system is, all are welcome on this channel. And so, just like they are monitoring you and watching you to be competitive and to spew negative energy towards you, they are being watched and monitored as well. Okay. And so everything you put out returns to you. This is law. I say it repetitively because it's law and it's true. It doesn't need you to believe in it. It's like gravity. And so they want you not to be full of any anxiety, to trust that you are protected and to walk in confidence. Your energy, your confidence really does matter in life. Whether you think or feel someone's projecting something towards you or not, your confidence really matters, because it has to return to sender. If you're in a high vibration, you're turning over a new leaf, you're doing different things, it has to return back to them. And so this person has been unsuccessful. This person has taken many steps and has spent lots of time, trying to maybe slander your character, gossip about you, maybe spread false rumors, all kind of things. Even maybe try to speak or talk to someone that you once dated or you are dating, trying to do a little flirtation. They're trying everything that they can, okay? But it's not working. It's not working at all, okay? And then we have here social life. So this person could be someone who likes to hang out, who likes to hang out, who likes to be seen, the high life, the party life, but it's the lifestyle that you no longer dwell in. This could be someone whom you used to hang out with as well, okay? This could be someone who's, as I said, spreading rumors, accusing you to be something that you're not, okay? Maybe they're telling people that you're flitty, you're very free, you're very open with the sexual side, try to slander your character. This person also could struggle with their appearance. They could have low self-esteem, okay? Yeah, they could have low self-esteem and you don't. And so this is something that eggs them about you. They could be trying to put you in the energy of wishing for you to be a servant, someone to be unknown or unseen. You could be very attractive, male or female, very handsome, very beautiful. They could be trying to manipulate some kind of energy to make sure that you're not seen. They don't want you to be seen as a beautiful person, Spirit is saying. The beautiful one. They feel like you should stay hidden. And there we have it. So this person is trying to manipulate energy, okay? But the alchemist that you are, you know how to transmute that energy. You know how to rise above it, as I was just speaking of, maintaining your frequency. You know how to transmute that. This person could want you to feel exiled or disowned. But you're total opposite. You are loved and liked by many. It's not that you're trying to be loved and liked. This is something that is natural. This is from how you carry yourself in a natural way. You're not begging for attention. You're not searching for attention. This is something that is happening for you naturally. Yeah, they need to be careful because they're trying too hard to have you in this energy of being enslaved, to have you in this energy of not being seen. And it's not working, it's boomeranging back to them. They're going to be in a situation that they will regret, even trying to manipulate this energy. I don't care how long this person has been studying to be a high priestess. Their envy is infantile, it is pointless and worthless, and the ancestors are very disturbed. It's very childish behavior. They're going to be chained and binded in a situation for even trying to tap into your energy. The way that humans filter through emotions and express their feelings is not how the ancestors move once they transition to the other side. And this person is manipulating energy when they should know better. They should know that there is laws and rules to be mindful, as well as have permission before acting against particular people. But they have so much iniquity within their heart. They have a hate with a passion. They're at such a low vibration, that they are determined. But there's a repercussion that they will regret. You may hear of this person enduring hardships, themselves. You may hear of them going through some experiences that are unfavorable. Spirit is saying for you to stay focused on you, keep raising your vibration, but do not have any interaction with this person. If you hear about something going on with them, leave it as that and let it be. Stay focused on yourself, collective, but you will be notified of what your spirit team wants you to know. Everyone has their own group of spirit guides and their own guardian angel, same bloodline or not. That's another video. We'll speak about that one day. But you are a warrior, and you are connected to a bloodline. Your spirit team, your guardians are warriors. You're very strong. You're very smart and very wise. And the mission that you are on, you are breaking generational curses, and the ancestors are very proud of you. Okay? And they don't want anyone or anything trying to intercept what you are working on and what you are progressing towards. Okay? Whether this is a job, you quitting smoking, you quitting drinking, you buying your folks' first home, going back to school, furthering your education, anything, starting a business, changing your mindset. Maybe you meditate more. Maybe you change to being more grateful. They're very proud of you, collective, and they don't want anyone intercepting. They're saying they are a call away, so maybe you need to do some, go into counsel with your ancestors. Maybe you need to do some communication. Yes, your guardian angel is near. You need to do some veneration or go into counsel with your spiritual team if you ever feel like you need an extra boost of confidence. They're saying they are a conversation away. You don't have to do anything extra special. You may hear or witness different ways that people interact and do their veneration or do their communication with their spirit team. They're saying to make it your own and just simply communicate, give thanks, say what you feel, say what is needed, what is going on, and ask questions. They will respond to you through signs and synchronicities. Yeah, this person will be unsuccessful and they're going to regret ever coming for you. And I'm not saying that because it sounds good. They're going to regret it. It's something about there are laws and rules and people playing with kitchen magic and playing with what they see, on social media or what they read in a book. But there's more than what meets the eye. Your spirit team is saying there's more rules, something about who you are connected to, and your purpose of why you are here. What else collective need to know about this jealous person? They need to know about protecting themselves. What else they need to know? Show us clearly. Something about breaking the rules. And these are rules that they are aware of, but they chose to proceed. I'm picking up that they could possibly have been warned to stop, to not do something, and they ignored the message. This person, your family may be aware that they are a high priestess. This is someone who is out in the open. The family is aware of who they are, what they practice, what they study. Even if you have different practices and beliefs in your family, the family is aware that this person is a high priestess. It's not hidden, is what I'm telling you. It's not hidden. This high priestess could be someone who gets hired to do work for people, could have possibly done work for other people in your family as well. They're born against their own kind. Know what they think of their own blood, okay? The next card we have here is the Eight of Pentacles. So this person, trying to work hard It's really going to slap them in the face, no matter how hard or how much they ignore that they were told to leave you alone. You are not to be touched. It's going to slap them in the face, and they're going to regret it so much so. It's going to take a long time, and they're going to need a whole lot of strength. It could possibly take years from this person to recuperate. They will experience a form of feeling enslaved, of binded and stuck in a situation. This could be regarding their health, their finances, their love life, their home life, their relationship with their children. This could be at work as well. They could start to experience some kind of discord or upheaval at work. It's in an area of their life that is very important and vital to them. If this is someone who is in a connection, whether they're married or they have a living spouse, maybe they're crazy about their spouse, maybe they're one of those people who, my man, my man. This person could possibly receive some kind of humiliation or embarrassment in front of a lot of people to see because of coming for you, collective. And with the Six of Cups energy, this is someone who has, since you were a child, they have been envious and jealous for reasons that are really infantile, childish, not really worthy of the attention that they are putting towards it. This is energy that they should have resolved within themselves by now. This person could be someone who does indulge in heavy drinking, especially when things don't go their way. This could be someone who, yeah, they like to, partake in different vices when they become angry or upset or things just not going their way. They are in fear of witnessing you with this Nine of Cups energy. Nine is one from the 10. This is security. This is comfort. They cannot stop this. This is something that is written in the stars for you. They have no control. They are unaware of how powerless they are, Spirit is saying. They are very powerless. And here's their energy. They are very powerless. So much so they are depleted. Their view and their energy is distorted. They could also be ruining or damaging their spiritual connection with Source because they are abusing their gifts. They're saying you're not supposed to misuse your gifts. There are rules to follow. There's something about there are rules. And this person chose to ignore them as if they are bigger, better, and badder than Source, than Spirit. They are more powerful. This person could have a God complex. They could also be arrogant. This person could be known as someone stuck up or snooty that's in the family. A show-off type energy, okay? Not confident, but a show-off. Very much a chatty patty. Overextends themselves. Shares too much, But with the Five of Wands here, they are in constant competition. They want to compete with you. They want to play the childish games. It's all a waste of time. They're saying that they're missing out on their own opportunities. They're also missing out on stepping into their full power and potential. Just because you call yourself a high priestess or you choose to practice some magic does not mean you have been chosen to walk a particular role. Someone needed to hear that. Be mindful. Just because a person say they are a high priestess does not mean that they have been chosen for that on their path. I didn't say they can't practice or do. It does not mean they have been chosen for that. Sometimes people choose themselves and choose to assert themselves in particular areas and spaces and places. Spiritually speaking, I keep hearing there are rules. There are levels to this, and they are rules, and they broke the rules. There are rules. There are levels to this. To even have an access. And why would you want to hurt your own kind? This is from your spirit team. They're not saying this to you, they're saying this to the cross watcher if they are watching. Why would you want to hurt your own? I guess they're speaking in terms of bloodline. You cannot stop this Ten of Pentacles. This is written in the stars for the collective. You cannot stop their abundance, their prosperity, whether it's a healthy relationship that has reciprocity, a healthy marriage, a beautiful family, children that are smart, who receives awards and accolades in school. Maybe you're an excellent parent, collective. You have a great job. You're very self-efficient. You're independent. They cannot stop this. They cannot stop this Ten of Pentacles. You got the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles out here. They can't stop it. They can't stop it. They can't stop it. You will have harmony. You will have fulfillment in this life. And the fact that you know who this person is, you have a gut feeling, Spirit just wants you to stay away and not engage with this person. Do not share any of your information. Keep it short. If you're at a family function and you're someone who's got to be there, keep it short. Say nothing at all. You can play them at their own game by not losing your cool and keeping your peace. That way you're maintaining your vibration. The moment they get you upset or can trigger you into engaging into a confrontation, that ping pong conversation, you know how ping pong ball go back and forth? The moment that they are able to get you to engage in a ping pong conversation, that's when you have surrendered your power. So they want you to stand in your power and your authority, collective, of who you are. With the Five of Swords, allow this person to stay with their own energy. Let them keep battling and fighting. As you see, they're beating the machine. They want you to continue to walk away because what they're trying to do will not work. You've come a long ways. You've been very determined to work towards your goals and to make these changes in your life. Do not allow this person to push you backwards. It's time to allow this energy to move you forward. Tap into the alchemy within you. You can transmute that energy into something positive. Focus on your career, focus on your hobby, your children, your life, People, places, and things that are uplifting for you. People, places, and things that are fruitful and not fruitless. Maybe in the past you were naive, you were very nice and kind and go along to get along type of energy, but that energy is long gone and has dissipated. This person even knows better than to even try to approach you. The actions that they are taking are behind your back and from a distance. So they'll never approach you. They think that they're being nickel slick, but you have their penny change. Okay, because you're, receiving confirmation through this read. And you've known it already, but this is confirmation. You thought that this person was a little envy or jealous, or maybe when you come around them, they act a little funny, and you're like, "What's wrong with them? What they tripping on?" You've always felt it, but you weren't sure. Mm-hmm. The kind of energy where if you were to come into a room and you're having a conversation, everyone is talking, but when you talk, this person may change the demeanor on their face. They may mean mug you, roll their eyes, or overtalk you, that kind of energy. That's the jealousy, that's the envy. That's the low vibrational, that's the insecure person. Mm-hmm. Cut you off from speaking, become loud and overbearing. But you're maintaining. Look, you got fire in front of you and you got food in the other hand. You are maintaining, okay? You got this, man. You got this. You got this. Yeah. I said earlier, this person may have tried to flirt or maybe tried to date or with someone that you once dated in the past, or maybe someone who's currently interested in you. They could have tried to flirt with them, be very touchy feely or flirtatious. Okay. You may hear about this, or this person may tell you, you know, your cousin tried to flirt with me. You know, your sister, you know, your brother tried to, male or female. Okay. You know, they asked me out for drinks. You know, they came by, they knew you wasn't at the house. You know, they came by, asked to use the bathroom, tried to stay in, that kind of energy. Or this could be someone that you no longer date, okay? Maybe they feel like if they were to date this ex lover of yours, that it would get back to you and maybe you would become sad, or feel like you're hopeless. But if this is a past lover, you're not interested. You could really care less, okay? You're focused on bigger things. There's bigger and better things going on in your life at this time, collective. And I see you focused on that. Continue doing so. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. You could be someone who loves to read. You could be like a sponge. You enjoy learning new things, or people could call you a nerd, which you don't take as an insult because you love learning new things, okay? You could be someone who's a book collector as well. You could have a library in your home. When I say library, like several books, several bookshelves. This could be something that you do for a hobby. But the goal is for you to stay focused on your craft, stay focused on what is working for you. You are being supported, you are protected, and you're on the right mission, no matter what it looks like. Okay, good days, bad days, in between days, whether you're starting a business, hang in there. Trust and know there will be days where you have customers and days you'll have none. But Spirit is saying continue to show up for you. You are the MVP. Nobody wants it more than you. Continue to show up for yourself. That's what an entrepreneur does. That's what adults do. That's what humans do. You have to show up for yourself each and every day, no matter what's going on. It's like going into work and you don't feel well, but you have to go punch that clock and you go to work. Now, if you get there and they say, well, you can go home, okay, well, you got a half day pay, all is well. But they're saying keep showing up for you. Continue to do the best that you can. You're doing wonderful. But someone is starting a business, because I'm picking up on that. Maybe you're building or creating something. Maybe you have moments where your feelings or your emotions waver. They want you to stay patient with the process. Okay. Trust and know that everything is energy, but just because you have a moment where maybe you're not receiving as much clientele, or maybe I don't know, you're just not in the mood, it does not mean that someone is doing something to harm you, or it does not mean that you're on the wrong path. They don't want you to sit around and think like, oh, I guess this business isn't for me. No. Every entrepreneur goes through that. Every business owner goes through that. Take your local neighborhood store, whether it's a supermarket, whether it's a gas station. They show up and hey, customers come through, but sometimes there's a lot of them, sometimes there isn't. But each and every day, they constantly get up and show up for themselves. Open the doors and patronize the customers and allow them to come in. And over time, the money will come when you are walking in your purpose and you are passionate about what you do and your intentions are pure. It's very important to make sure that whatever you are involving yourself in, that you're doing it with the right intentions, that you're doing it with the right mindset, so that you can be successful, so that you can enjoy what you are doing and you won't be stressed and overwhelmed. When you choose to do things to compete or to prove a point, you often don't enjoy the process. Those are situations where you are most likely to throw in the towel because number one, your intentions weren't pure, or it's not part of who you are. It's not supposed to be on your path. It's not part of your purpose. So just be mindful. You're doing wonderful. You're on the right path, but make sure that your intentions are pure of why you are starting this business, this brand, or this creative project, whatever this is that you have going on. I don't see what it is, but I'm just entrepreneur, business. Be patient with yourself and make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Okay. And if it's finances, the money will arrive naturally, Spirit is saying. You have leadership qualities. You belong in this position. You were chosen, to walk in the life that you have lived, and you were chosen to experience all that you have experienced, even the most harsh and cruel moments. Those moments are to build you, to make you stronger, and to make you wiser. It's repetitive. You hear it time and time again, but it is truth. How can we learn or experience? Experience is the best teacher. Okay, Mickey Howard. Experience is the best teacher. Okay. Like seriously, we have to experience life in order to learn, in order to grow. So everything is where it needs to be according to the actions that were taken. And so that's why the energy that this person is projecting towards you, it's not going to work. It's not going to prosper. This is just a spiritual notifications to confirm what you have been knowing already. I'm picking that up heavy, that you kind of known it, but you weren't sure, but you kind of had a feeling, but you just weren't sure about it. This energy will dissipate. This person's energy will dissipate. Their negative energy towards you will dissipate. Continue to stay focused. Okay, boss energy. Queen of Pentacles, male or female. Gender is fluid in tarot. Okay? And we're closing out with the beautiful Sun card. The Sun card is a high card. This is happiness. This is good fortune. This is good luck. This is abundance, prosperity. Okay, this is the yes card from the universe. The Ace of Wands in the Sun card is the yes card. This is the thumbs up. This is keep going. You're going the right direction. We support you. We got you. There's plenty. There's plenty. There's more to come. Keep going. Keep going. You're on the right path. Okay, never mind this person here. So this concludes the read, and I trust and hope it assists you for your highest good. Later.